Right, today I'm going to do some meatballs, some pork balls, some pulled pork balls. There's a tongue twister. So I've got some leftover. I've got it's about a kilo of leftover pork. Click on it. I've got about 125 grams of butter. About 6 or 7 cloves of garlic. Call it 6. A couple of them are little. Some beef stock. I'm going to put a few onion granules in there, some flour. Right, so what I'm going to do basically is I'm going to crush the garlic into there just purely so it's ready for me to use. I'm going to use 2 forks and pull the pork apart so it's pulled pork, and then I'm going to make a roux with the butter, the flour, the garlic, the beef stock, the onion powder. Make the roux. Then I'm going to add it to the pulled pork and put it in the fridge to set for, well, it's early in the morning now, Jodie. It's just gone 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yep. And
so I'm going to do it now in the hope that I'll be able to do it later on, 6, 7 o'clock or whatever. So, right.
Chilling all the day.
I'll get on with pulling the pork then. I'll use 2 forks to do that, like I say. Crush the garlic, come back to you in a minute when I start to do it. So I just want to show you quick how I pull the pork. Easy way is just two forks. Just use 2 forks. And just literally shred it up, you know what I mean? It just comes into smaller pieces. Just use 2 forks to do it like that, just pulling away, and it shreds it up. That's quite nice. I'll keep the video short, just won't let you keep watching me doing this, but you can see what I mean. It just shreds it nice. Look. I'll just keep on doing that. Right, cool. Back in a minute. So there's all my pork. Look, nice and pulled off. Like I say, using the two forks. That's that. Now I'm warming the butter. I've crushed the garlic straight into there. By the way, you can see it in there. Look. So I've got the garlic crushed and butter in the pan, melted. Start to get a bubble on. Then I'm going to add the flour to that to make a roux. Starting to bubble now. Let's turn it down a touch. So I'm going to start adding my flour in a sec. So basically you just want to stir in the flour until it comes to a different consistency. I'm sure you know how to do this, but so I'll just carry on doing this for a little bit and I'll come back to you in a second. Just keep stirring that in. I just added a little bit more butter to that, so we're possibly getting on towards 200 grams of butter now. So put more flour in. Carry on mixing that up. I'm going to put a bit more flour, I think. Yep, get a bit more flour in there.
Morning workout, this is shredding the pork and then doing this. You do like Dad.
Yeah, so that's coming together like this. Just one sec. So in a second I'm going to add now to that the beef stock, and then that's kind of
Roux.
Yeah. So to that I'm going to add the beef stock to that now. That whisk. Right, there we go. And basically I'm going to fold in the beef stock to this. I'm going to put a touch of onion granules in there as well. I'm not going to go mental, but just put some onion granules in there as well. Probably a teaspoon, something like that. And then just keep working that beef stock into there. I've got more to put in still, but just turn it off for a sec. Should use my metal whisk, Jerry. This is too floppy. It's just all ended up in the middle of it all the time.
Should be good with a spoon for this bit.
No. I want my metal whisk. Right, come back this sec, just get my metal whisk. I'm just going to keep on folding in the beef stock. Don't like the sound of that metal on the bottom of my pan. Sorry guys, that metal on metal's killing me, I can't do it.
Back to the workout.
Yeah. Yeah, just trash your pans, don't you? Do you know, I know it's only a wok, they're not very dear anyway, but there's no point in abusing it for the sake of abusing it. Don't want all the metal in my dish. So just keep on folding in the beef stock, obviously, that. Just going to go for it now, sod it. Right, so I'm just going to work this through and I'll be back in a minute. Right, this is done now, so this is the kind of consistency you want, look, nice and like that, yeah? So that's done now. So, just turn the ring off. Now what I want to do now is bowl, pulled pork in, then I want to start, adding this into the pulled pork, giving it a good mix about. I'm just going to, I'm not supposed to just whop it all in together, but do it like this, it'll help me out, won't it? Get all that out into there. Can do. And we'll get rid of that, because that's not going to work.
That's not going to work for this job. Definitely not.
Then you just want to stir all this together. I'll come back to you when I've done all this.
You'll have arms like you've been to the gym for a year after you've done all this.
Yeah.
Like in a mole.
Jodie's taking one for the team, look. Bless her.
Strangely satisfying. Have an argument with your partner or something. If you don't want to resort to physical violence.
Make some pork balls.
Make some pork balls. Yeah, it's one of them. We were trying it with a spoon and it was just one of them jobs you need to get get your hands involved. See the sort of consistency, like a sticky, real sticky, nice consistency.
It tastes really nice as well.
Yes.
So anyway, we'll get back to doing this and I'll pause and back in a minute. Bye now. How do you pause it, Jode?
Same button.
Same button?
Yeah.
We've swapped jobs. Right, so I'm still on camera, look, Joe's still doing it. So she's put that into just like a, obviously you can see it's one of them, just one of them little disposable metal tray things.
Just flattening it out.
Just flatten it out, 'cause then what we're going to do is we're going to put it in the fridge to chill down them. And we're going to want that, you know, like you can leave this overnight, but we are still relatively early in the morning, so I'm going to leave it all for the rest of the day and then come back to it around tea time. Because we want that to set now, basically.
So it'll just turn out in
Yeah.
a slab.
Yep. Right, so I'll be back in a few hours. Right, okay, bye. Right, so here we are. It's 5:30 in the evening, so these are about, what, 7 hours or something like this. Is about 7 hours in the fridge, something along them lines. Hopefully it's going to fall out in one piece. Okay, maybe it's not. Right. So, I mean, I don't know if I should be wasting my video time while I'm doing this bit, but whatever. I'll just loosen up the edges and see how we go.
This time it's going to work.
No, maybe not.
Yeah.
It is coming out, look. Hang on, we're on its way. There you go. There you go. So, that's nice and set. So what we want to do is quite literally just cut it up into same size chunks. So I'm just going to cut it both ways, I don't know, something like that. I've got to stop saying I don't know, because I do know. I know exactly what I'm doing. So, do you want to Do you want to cut Joe in a sec? Is this so we don't waste all the time? So I'm just trying to keep these as uniform as I can. Yeah, it's starting to warm up, you see, already. So the thing is, when I make these, I'm going to put them straight back in the fridge again till we cook them. Anyway, a couple of them might have gone a bit balmy at the end, but there you go. So the idea basically is now get them and just roll them into balls.
Back in the tin.
And back in the tin. And then they're going to go back in the fridge till we get the coating ready and that. So
just do that and we'll come back.
In the interest of, yeah. Jodie, you helping me?
Bye.
Right, there you go, there's the meatballs done. It made 72 altogether, but we just ate one, didn't we, Joe?
We tried to test it out.
And they taste really nice. They do smell delightful as well. So we're going to put this back in the fridge to just chill again. Easy to work with when they're cold while we have a beer. And,
We'll
yeah,
be
back in a little while. So besides looking fairly busy with flowers, obviously I've got the egg wash for these. That's just normal plain flour. I can smell them from here. This is Cajun. Now you can watch me surf and turf video to learn how to make that. It's ever so simple. And this one's from the KFC. The KFC video. So I'm going to do some like the KFC flour mix. Some plain flour and some Cajun. I'm doing 3 different types just because. Oh, and breadcrumbs. So, yeah, I'll just put the lid back on that. I'll just do that. Wait a minute. Right, sound then. So the idea is then into the egg wash, then into the flour. And then we can go back into the egg wash and then into the breadcrumbs. Done. So I'm going to carry on like that. I'm going to make a random array of different ones up and then we'll come back to you when we're ready for frying. Right, so these ones are the plain normal ones, and I'm going to go back into the fridge with these because you have to be careful because obviously with the butter in it and stuff, we don't want them to melt. You can just, I can't even get my words out. It's easier to work with them when they're cold. So they're going back into the fridge now, and then we're going to carry on doing the Cajun ones and the KFC ones. So back soon. Right, so I'm getting ready to fry these now. We couldn't resist it, being as we had the KFC mix out and stuff like that. We've done some chickens as well. This is just the KFC as in per the video. These ones have got breadcrumbs on them also like this. But nevertheless, it's not about them, it's about these. So, the time has come. So I've heated some oil up, look in my wok. I'm going to deep fry them in my wok. So I'm doing them in batches. This is just the plain normal batch at the minute. Then I'm going to do, I've left them in the fridge and I'm going to get them out as and when I need them. So I'm just going to put them in there and see how we are. Put them ones in. Because remember, the pork's already cooked, so they're not going to take very long, these aren't, because you know everything's kind of already cooked. We just want to send them golden brown. So I'm just going to do 8 per batch at the minute. Put these ones back, leave them do, have them back in a sec. I mean, these are literally only had a couple of minutes, look, just to send them golden. So I'm going to take them out. Put them there, get all of these out. I'll taste one in a minute, but it's a bit time sensitive at the minute because I need to get the next ones in. So I'll come back to you in a sec. So now I'm going in with the KFC ones that we've done. Essentially. In you go. So I'm just going to do 8 of each for now. Get them in there. Boom. Right. I'll come back to you in a minute. Right. These ones are the KFC ones. And get them out. I have been keeping these in the oven just while I'm doing this, just because I've been keeping them in the fridge as well while I've been doing this. So they're the KFC ones.
It's like a military operation.
Yeah. I mean, we've complicated it by doing different flavours, haven't we? You know what I mean? I'm sure the plain ones have just been nice, but, you know.
Now we just need to remember which different ones on the plate.
Yeah, it is what it is. We'll taste them at the end, won't we? So now I need 8 of these.
They're the right ones.
Yeah, I turned the tray around when I was on that one, darling. I was on it.
Okay then.
Come with the big ones, look. Now these ones are the Cajun ones. And you get. So now these are going back in the. These ones are back in the fridge. I'll cook all these later. This is just for the purposes of the video. We'll put them back in the oven, and I'll come back to you in a little while. These are the Cajun ones. Let's turn them off. They're coming out. I can't remember which way they are. They do look different.
It's the different flavourings in the batter makes them cook differently.
I know which are which. Just about.
Hold you to that.
Tell you what's happening to me there though. I need to just get them down there a bit. Now I'm mixing them up. Not really. So let's get these last 3 acts. My chickens are ready. Right, we'll have them out and we'll taste them in a sec. So I'll come back to you in a minute. Job's good. So now it's taste test time. These are the straight normal ones. You can see the difference, can't you? You can definitely see the difference. They're just like, yeah, must be the spices they've had, I don't know why. You try one of them, Jared? I'll try one of these.
Smell good. Taste good. Very good.
Do taste right there.
Nice.
Anyway.
They're very good. I like them.
You do?
Sorry, mouthful.
So that was.
With breadcrumbs.
This one's the KFC ones, isn't it?
Good. Highly recommend.
They're hot. That was hot.
So much crunchier batter, isn't it? The KFC.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thicker, crunchier.
And
Good though.
I can't eat them fast enough, right? Red hot. Cajun one's next.
Good.
They're crunchier.
They're all really different, which, you know, sounds stupid considering they are different, but they're all
nice in their own
different
right, aren't
texture.
they? They're all nice in their own right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I recommend trying these out anyway if you've got any leftover pork or anything. As for which one you're going to do.
Or just do some pork when you're left over.
Yeah. They are actually worth just cooking a joint of pork, aren't they? And not eating it and then saying, that's leftover pork, let's do this.
Defo.
Oh,
Right.
before we go. Oh yeah. They just was like the normal, like as per the KFC video, and these ones got breadcrumbs on the outside. You can see the difference, can't you? They look better, don't they? You know, I don't know how they're going to be. This has just got breadcrumbs on, but anyway. So we're going to get tea now. I'll see you in a little bit.
Bye.
Right, this is tea tonight. We're never going to eat it all. Look.
Tea of Kings.
There's loads. 3 different meatballs, some KFC chicken, some chips, fries, whatever you want to say they are. That's me. Salt, vinegar, bread and butter. I'm in the game.
Yum yum.
Bye now.
See ya.